I'm in Paris. Bonjour. Oui, oui. Bonjour tout le monde. Je m'appelle Maria Namaganda. Je suis Ougandais et je suis à Paris maintenant. Je suis une scientifique de recherche excellent. Oui. Nous sommes en octobre. C'est mon voyage d'anniversaire. Oui. Joyeux anniversaire, Maria Namaganda. Hi guys, we made it to Paris, so come and fly with me. Growing up in Uganda, Paris was one of those cities that only existed in songs, in movies, and other people's stories. I'd see planes in the sky, fun fact, and I would actually sing along Bye Bye as a child. And one day dreamed that I'd be able to travel, sometimes wonder where they were going. Sitting in this flight, knowing I was actually going to Paris, not for work, just for me, felt so much fun and joyful. So this trip was a little celebration against a heavy year I had and all the pressure of being in my late 20s as I was turning 29 and also thinking about turning 30. I asked myself, what is the one thing I always wanted to do just for me? And the answer was simple: travel. So welcome to Paris through my eyes. One of the first stops was the Louvre Museum. You can't come to Paris and not walk at least through this courtyard. Like the Louvre, some people call it the Louvre, used to be a royal palace and now it's one of the largest art museums in the world. It's actually the largest museum in the world. So there are tens of thousands of pieces from so many centuries and cultures. But even before you go in, the outside already feels like a movie set. And the historic palace also has this modern glass pyramid that catches the light, which you've probably seen. I didn't have a strict plan. I was just a Ugandan girl who was used to seeing those things in movies, in textbooks, but now standing and wondering, this is my life. Letting go that sink in and taking so many pictures. This trip reminded me that I'm not just going through life, but I'm taking time to observe, to enjoy, and to soak it all in. I'm not just a PhD student or scientist, but I'm also a young woman, a lady in her 20s, allowed to feel, to enjoy, to wonder, to dream. That is what it represented. So if you're watching this and you ever wondered, or it could be you thinking about a dream you have, know that and take this as your sign. Start with a small yes to yourself and magic could happen. I am Maria Namaganda and this is Namaganda in Paris, or Maria in Paris. Don't forget to subscribe and travel with me into the next city. Pastries and Paris go hand in hand. So when you come to Paris, you can't act like calories count. I went from bakery to bakery, cafe to cafe, trying out the basics, the croissants, the pain au chocolat, the little tarts. I couldn't even pronounce some of the names, honestly. But I also saw these roasted things on the street. You'll see them somewhere. And I later realized they were roasted chestnuts. Very serious business for the locals. So getting to see how the locals live. And I didn't eat some of those, but it was lovely to see that. There is something so soft about starting your day with like warm pastries, no rush, just watching, enjoying the city walks. More cafes and street walks. No strict plan, just streets, cafes, rain, curiosity, myself, my camera, and enjoyment. I passed by the Moulin Rouge. It's a famous bar with a red windmill on top. History says it opened in 1889 and became a birthplace for the modern symbol of that playful bohemian Parisian nightlife. I didn't particularly go in for a show, but I was just happy to be a tourist, look around, and imagine all the stories this place has seen. Another famous tourist stop is the Basilica du Sacré-Cœur in Montmartre. So Sacré-Cœur is Sacred Heart of Jesus, and it is a white basilica that is situated on a very high hill looking over the whole city. Some of the best views of the city that you'll ever get while in Paris. So many tourists, very little artistic corners, street musicians, and these very small fences covered in padlocks that they call the love locks. Couples come here, look a padlock and throw the key as a symbol of their love. I was solo and I just looked at them like, oh, must be nice, and kept it moving. I'll come back here sometime with my partner, inshallah, amen. Even without a lock, I was just reminded of how big the world is and how small my worries were in comparison. And of course, you would love to shop in Paris in the high-end stores. And if you can't shop, you can window shop. One of the two works well. Anyway, there was this mall called La Samaritaine that has this very luxurious shopping experience. This building is stunning, and it's a historic department store that feels more like an art piece than a mall. Inside, there are very many grand staircases, a glass roof, and so many art deco details. Yeah, this is where my mind is like the wealthy of the wealthiest, like myself, come to shop. I popped into one of the jewelry counters to look at the Van Cleef style pieces. I got offered a glass of champagne and just enjoyed pretending this is my everyday life. Okay, yeah, it is my everyday life as you're watching this, all right? Sometimes window shopping is also a kind of vision boarding, so stick with me. One of the stops that you want to check out while in Paris is the bridge near the Louvre, also known as the Pont des Arts. It has river views, if you've heard of the river Seine. So I spent some time on the bridge over the Seine River across from the Louvre. The Paris bridges have this quiet magic, water moving underneath, boats passing, artists sketching, couples taking photos. From here you can see the old buildings, the museum, the city stretching out on both sides. It's beautiful. I remember just breathing deeply and saying again, I am really here, I did this, and I'm happy and I love my life. Another iconic stop is the Arc de Triomphe. So for the historians, if you've studied about Napoleon, he commissioned this in 1806 after a big military victory to honor the soldiers who fought for France. And yeah, so it was raining with my umbrella, with the drizzles. The tourists were lovely taking my photos. But I also was kind of soaked into the weight of the history it holds. Then yeah, there's like a lot of action taking place, chaos over cars and tourists and selfies. Paris is full of these contrasts. At galleries, museum, shows, and yeah, so much to do as a Parisian or as a Paris tourist, from classic paintings to modern art pieces. Next up, let's get into the Paris style. I enjoyed this outfit as I was taking in the Eiffel Tower views during the daytime. Seeing the tower, the Eiffel Tower that is, during the day for the first time is real. Like when you look and realize it's actually towering over you, it hits different. I would travel again, not to just look at the tower this time, but to enjoy the Parisian lifestyle. I kept smiling. Paris looks good on me, and I look good in Paris. Paris also has these very many night lights. It felt like the city was reminding me, you are still young, life is long, and it's beautiful. Like the tower is covered in diamonds for a few minutes. I came back several times for like 2 nights just to catch that. And yeah, I whispered to myself, you made it to Paris, Maria, and no one can take that away from you. It felt so lovely. I was thinking, Maria in Paris, Namaganda in Paris. You can add on to this.